Hi Aquarius, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing to the channel. This is your Monday relationship madness reading, okay? All links are below if you need to get in contact with me. Okay, so let's get into it. Aquarius, the relationship issue is the Strength card. All right, so the issue here is someone needing to be courageous, brave, someone needing to forgive and to be compassionate. I'm feeling like with themselves right now. Of course, you want to forgive others, but forgiveness starts at home. Forgive yourself first. Because there could have been somebody in this relationship where one party was giving a lot, doing a lot of work to keep this relationship afloat because they wanted to see an actual merger happen, because the eights talk about merging. It was just still like two ships passing in the night. It was still just like two people who come together every once in a while. There's no real intimacy. There might have been some sex here, but definitely no real intimacy. There was mystery about the other person's finances, maybe even where they lived, what was going on with them in terms of their goal set. There was nothing shared here. So this is the relationship issue. There was no real merger that happened. It was just two individuals coming together every once in a while. But then there's one party just kept going, kept putting energy in, because that party possibly thought that they were doing, the Three of Pentacles, working towards a goal, building on success here and collaborating, like it was teamwork. Somebody was determined to have a solid and stable relationship, to have a status change with this particular person. And they just kept putting in work. Somebody said, if I just keep doing this and keep doing that, maybe even seek outside validation or seek help to make this thing work, maybe I'll get the recognition from this person that I deserve. Somebody was motivated to put the work in here too. So there could have been an air of somebody manipulating with that Strength card. Somebody was feeding the other's ego. Okay. Somebody was definitely giving it 110% here because they thought it would pay off. Once again, they thought it would work. It didn't work. It's not working. It was just like a constant, flow of energy, spent energy, time. Somebody put in all of the work, but we know in order for relationships to work, it has to be equal. Both parties have to be putting in the work. It can't be one-sided. And this party does nothing, this party is doing everything. Okay? There has to be force. The both of you have to put some force behind this relationship, and someone didn't. The one party didn't. The other party was just kind of forcing it to work. How your OP sees you, the other person sees you, is the Five of Cups. They see you heartbroken, lonely, maybe a little in isolation, getting over this situation. They see you change too. Maybe you're looking at what has transpired, and you're kind of processing your emotions here. And maybe you might even be communicating with loved ones about what's going on here, but definitely not making any real strides toward the other person. You could be dealing with a Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius here, Capricorn, Gemini, anybody. Your person sees that you kind of checked out of this love affair. Things have changed. The drama element has lessened because somebody stopped putting in time or energy, stopped putting in the work. Work equals force times distance, okay? somebody put in a lot of force over a long period of time to make this thing work. But we know in order for relationships to work, both parties have to be putting in the work. This relationship wasn't moving ahead, so there was really somebody just putting in a lot of work for nothing. It was just a lot of time wasted in which somebody felt powerless, because the equation for power is power equals work divided by elapsed time. But you can't have work without distance and something moving forward. And it was stuck. This relationship was stuck and stagnant. So something just doesn't work, just didn't work. And the cards want you to realize that it's not working. It doesn't work. You're being met with resistance constantly, and it's making you feel powerless. Just stop. The obstacle here is, this talks about Temperance card talks about having a harmonious relationship. There was no harmony here. When you're in harmony with someone, you're both on the same frequency, same tune. Somebody else was on a different tune, you were on a different tune, different frequency. It just was not harmonious. For my musical people out there, you understand harmony? This is the obstacle. There is no compromise. This person is whomever. It could be you, Aquarius, or the other person. This person is unwilling to compromise. That's the obstacle here. And how you are seeing the other person is needing to make a choice about this significant love affair. You still see them as holding the cards, as having the power. They had the power because they exerted no force. They let you do all of the work. They let you tirelessly do all of the work, exert all of your energy to exhaustion. And so they still had all of their power and their energy, and they kind of still do. You see them as needing to make an executive decision, choice about their toxic, overbearing, materialistic, addictive, nasty, narcissistic behavior. You see them as needing a priest. They need divine intervention. You see them as needing counsel from the outside. Hopefully spiritual counsel to make this choice. You see them as unwilling and unable to make this choice alone. You see them as needing some spirituality. This person is very base, very carnal, very surface level, money motivated, materialistic. Somebody exerted so much work and so much effort in this relationship, and all they got was consolation. You know what this card talks about? Some reward, some money, some time, some, just a little, just some. You know, here's these little. This is not healthy. Point blank, period. There may even be conversation about how unhealthy this relationship is, or you feel like, once again, this person has the power to have the final say so, the judgment here. It doesn't mean as if they have the power over you or anything like that, but you feel like, I've healed, so all they need to do is go seek spiritual help, counsel, and heal, and then they can come back to me and make the choice of me, and we can be together. So you still kind of placing, this person still has the upper hand in terms of how the relationship will go. For some of you, don't get upset if it's not, this is not your story. The lesson here is for some of you is just, when you see that you're putting on all this work and the relationship is not turning over, you're putting in all of this force over a certain amount of time and it still is not working, bow out. Because it ultimately is going to turn into a powerless situation. Just think about it. If you keep trying to push this brick house with your bare hands and you're pushing it over a certain amount of time and it's still going nowhere, it's going to be not long before you tire out, before you're exhausted, before you feel powerless. And that's exactly what some of you have been doing, are doing, was doing. And if you're not doing it anymore, Spirit, this is just a reiteration for when you get into your next relationship, make sure that it is working. The operative word in this reading is work and force. Make sure you met with equal force from the other person. If they need to be putting in just as much force to make this work as you. Make sure that time is of the essence. Time is a factor, that you are measuring your force by way of time. I should not be forcing this to work for 8 years, 10 years. What is going on with these 8 and 10 year relationships, especially with my people over 30 years old? 1 year tops. If it doesn't work, be done with it. Start unraveling yourself. Something isn't working in your environment also. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of gossip in your environment. There could be someone, it could be family members, siblings, somebody here. There's 3 or more people, 2 people, I don't know. Lots of talk in your environment, gossiping about you. They can feel the vibration of something is turning over for you for the good. So there's gossip here. Okay, guys, in the extended, we're going to talk about the OP's unexpressed feelings, the other person's unexpressed feelings here. Because we already see that they left you powerless. That's okay, because all you got to do is recuperate and you can get your power back, right? That's all right. So we're going to talk about how they feel, their unexpressed feelings. We're going to get some advice for Aquarius, and we're going to get an outcome in terms of this relationship, because I really feel like someone does want to come back and make amends, but it's just because they're now feeling the void of you, especially if you are an Aquarius who left the the strength card, an Aquarius who had the strength to walk away, to leave, to withdraw the energy. So somebody's feeling the void. So let's see what they'll do now that they feel the void of Aquarius being gone. You might have checked out of relationships, family relationships, friendships also. Okay, so let's go on over to the extended. I'll see you there, Aquarius. All links are below. The extended link is pinned to the top of the comment section. If you want to get a personal reading, go to the website, go to the website, go to the website. If you want to text a question or two to me, you can text that question to the number below. Pay for your question. Receive the answer to your question all on your mobile device. Take advantage of that, guys. Thank you. Many blessings to you.